Yeah, they should have kept me on when I was working there as a collator. Collating papers, putting them together, stapling them. You know, I worked hard there, man. I gave it my best, and they still got rid of me. And you know why I got fired from that company right there? The first job I got when I got out of Bible college, by the way, back in '85, summer of '85. But I want to say something. The reason they let me go is because the lady, Mrs. Reck was her name, she said, "You're driving on the wrong side of the street." Well, you know, see, because she needed a ride to Wheaton College out there in Wheaton. You know, and we wrestled the guys from Wheaton. We were down there. We wrestled Wheaton College and Moody College, the very first wrestling tournament when I was a freshman on the varsity wrestling team at Maranatha Baptist Bible College. We went down to Moody College in Chicago, and we wrestled Moody first, and then we wrestled Wheaton. The guy from Wheaton was tough. They were both tough. They both beat me. My first and second wrestling match. But you know, but the point is, we went down to Wheaton College too. You know, that's good campus. They got the Billy Graham Evangelism Museum. Anyway, Mrs. Reck needed a ride. You know, after Bible college, I got a job here, George S. May. That's what it used to be, George S. May. That was the name of the company right there, that building behind me. And so I was a collator. You know, I'd collate papers, staple them together. And Mrs. Reck needed a ride to Wheaton College one day. So I used one of their cars, one of their station wagons, George S. May, it says on it. And I drove her all the way to Wheaton. Well, I wasn't hired as a driver, okay? But when I dropped her off the end of the day after we went to Wheaton, when I pulled into the parking lot of the, you know, the motel she was staying at, you know, the apartments, you know, it's a small little road. I drove on the left side of the street, you know, opposite side of the street instead of being on the right side. But see, it's not like a regular street where you have to be on the left and you have to be on the right. You can park your car just about wherever. It's not like I'm going to get a ticket. It's not a regular street. It's like a little road inside the parking lot, you know? So it's no big deal. So I parked the car on the left side instead of the right side with the driver's side against the curb. And she comes in, she goes, "You're parked on the wrong side of the street." And I'm like, so what, you know? I'm only in a parking lot, you know, it doesn't matter, you know? So I didn't tell her that, but I was thinking that. I was. Then the next day he says, "You understand why you're being terminated, don't you?" And I said, "What? Something about my driving essay?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "And Mrs. Reck was a wreck. She said you scared her when you were driving. You parked on the wrong side of the street." Oh, wow. I didn't know that was the unpardonable sin. Pardon me, you know. Gee. It's so nitpicky, you know what I mean? I got fired for the wrong reason. I wasn't even hired as a driver. I was hired as a collator. That was some extra thing they wanted me to do. So I didn't mind. I liked it. Man, what's the big deal? So I parked on the left side. It was a parking lot. Good night. So, like I said, I predict they are going out of business because they let me go. My prediction, I said, I believe they're going out of business. And they did. Look, they're out of business now, man. What I predicted, what I said would happen came true. There it is. See, they are out of business, man. Look at that. See, suite available for lease. They deserve it for letting me go. You know, I was a hard worker. They deserve to be out of business. George S. May you rest in pieces. May you rest in peace. Good riddance to you, like they said in Frankenstein. And good riddance to you. He goes, "Good day here, Vogel." You know, here Frankenstein, you know, father of Henry Frankenstein, the one that created the monster. He says, "Good day here, Vogel." And Sir Vogel says, "Good day here, Baron. Good day here, Baron." You know, Baron Frankenstein. And he says, and then here Frankenstein says, you know, father of Henry Frankenstein, who created the monster, you know, Colin Clive, the actor. He says, "And good riddance to you. And good riddance to you." See? And good riddance to them, because they let me go. They should have kept me, because I was a good worker. See, like that guy's, you know, like, what's his name? That comedian said, what's his name? The guy who played the movie called The Animal. He was the star of the movie The Animal. That was the name. It was a comedy. He pretends he's a dog. He's sniffing like a dog. He acts like a dog anyway. That guy. Rob Schneider, I think. Anyway, he was on Conan O'Brien one night. Late night with Conan O'Brien. And he was commenting on the people that let his neighbors that were nasty to him and stuck up when he's living next door. You know, when he was a struggling actor, and he said a message to them on the show. He said, see, they see me on TV now, and they're probably thinking, they should have been nice to me. You know, that's what he wants to tell them. He says, I want to say something to them, you know, because they criticized me when I was coming up. I was an upcoming actor. He said, they should have been nice to me. And Conan says, that doesn't sound very intimidating, you know. They should have been nice to me. You know, that doesn't sound very intimidating. He goes, well, you know, it's supposed to be funny, you know. Well, good riddance. I hope they got saved. I hope they asked Jesus in their heart. Amen. Because they need to be saved, brother. Because they weren't very nice to me. They let me go for the wrong reason, and I was a hard worker, brother. They lost one of their best workers when they let me go. Amen, brother. Jesus saves. Jesus saves sinners. And they're sinners and they need to get saved. They need to ask Jesus in their heart, brother. Amen.